Peace, YouTube. Peace to the east, the west, the north, and the south. Welcome to another topic of discussion. This is a very, almost like an emergency message that I'm giving today. Some things happen. Let me say good luck to Yafi. Bon chance. I hope you have amazing, amazing interview. I know that you would be a gift to them. So I feel like if they want someone who is an energetic gem and an energetic, beautiful lighthouse, they will hire you, and they have to match you. So I'm unworried about you. They have to match you in order for you to be there. So good luck, my love. All right, so everyone come on in. Check on in. It is cold in Florida. It is freezing. I woke up, it was like, listen, it's already on and popping, family. And this message, I may keep the message up, I may not. So, oh. I don't have cherries today. My cherry fetish has descended a little bit. I love my cherries, but for some reason, since the last show, I had some sort of nauseous reaction to cherries, which is odd. So I'm gonna leave the cherries alone until my fetish, my thingamajiggy comes back. You're at the airport. Happy travels. Okay, so let's get into the topic of discussion. Do I have any announcements? Hold on. I put like this wonderful sweetener in. Look at that. It's a nice brown sweetener. It's a nice texture. Oh, family, so much is going on. So much is going on. I hope you're prepared. Okay, so there's a couple of messages I will give you today. And for those I don't want to give too much, because for those who know that we're doing something, you know what day we're doing it, and you know what time. Just know that I left information for you on my Instagram. Now, mind you, I privatize my Instagram. So for those who are not on Instagram, you'll get the message. You have to, I have to check you out before you come on. So for those who are on Instagram already, you already got the ingredients, okay? For those who are not quite on my Instagram yet, you're going to have to go through a screening process. Whenever I do something, I want to make sure I'm in alignment, and I'm only giving to those who are in the alignment of the frequency of abundance. So I always take that universally, you'll already be aligned with me. If you aren't aligned with me, you wouldn't be on there already. So, you know what I mean? So you would be there already. So I just make sure that I leave myself in alignment, because there's a lot of beings on here that, they, like I said, they're scavengers. They stay on they love to put a happy dandy dislike, but they'll stay through the whole video so they can, copy and paste and then place it on their channel and then shapeshift it. And I send them happy dandy ricochets. Peace to those who are in alignment. Anyway, it's a happy day. Let me behave myself. I get so feisty sometimes. I am in such an incredible mood. So many wonderful things. Listen, I am grateful for everything that is occurring in my life. I'm so grateful to meet many of you. You are such wonderful beings, such wonderful earthlings and others. because not all of you are earthlings. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be a part of it. No, the same people, they come to they're sick. Like they're mentally ill. They are subscribed to, I can't find them because YouTube needs to make a better way. Like I think you shouldn't have anonymity if you dislike someone. I think we should know who you are so we can, so we can make sure we keep those beings off of our channel. If they aren't aligned with me and they dislike me, why do you stay through my videos? Why every time that it says it's going live, do you come to my videos and watch the whole thing? I think they fetishize me. Big up to those who fetishize. You should take yourself out of denial. Come to the light. Come to the waterways. We aren't going to hurt you. We don't bite. Stop hating and participate. I can be so antagonistic. I'm sorry. Happy Wednesday, everyone. So come in. You love listen, this is my favorite cup now. This is my cup I got from New Orleans. From the conference, me and Selma went in this really groovy store. Big up to Selma. Selma's not here yet. We went to this really groovy store next to the beignet place. Oh my gosh. And I saw the cup and I was like, oh, Selma, look at this cup. And we're like rushing because there was like an event that happened outside. So I'm like rushing to buy it. And this was the cup that was there. Remember I got these and these cool pens, like the dragon pen. So big up to New Orleans. We had a good time. It was that was like, we were activated there. It was so amazing. So, okay, so let's get into the topic of discussion. So for anyone who's anyone who knows what I'm talking about, you know the day, you know the time, be there or be square, and you have the ingredients. So make sure you get everything so you know that. Remember, I won't keep the video up. You already know what time it is, so you can always access it on Patreon. Why do I do that? It's because this is not for everyone. I feel like I definitely want to do this for our family because I feel like you all should be abundant, especially many of you are in alignment for it. So I feel like the abundance should be that abundance energy we should be fielding together and disseminating properly. And then I'm going to just hey Linda, I'm just going to pull back and pull the video off. Okay, so you get access here and then I'll pull it off, and then if you don't have it, you can always go to Patreon. And that way it keeps integrity too, because people don't want to pay. People who dislike me don't want to pay. They like everything to come free and dandy. They just, because the ones who dislike me are just parasitic. Okay, so let's get into, it's on and popping right now energetically. So let's get into the energetic forecast. I got a couple messages. Big up to Aborazine. Big up to YOLO. We were having discussions. Aborazine was talking about something, but I also got telecommunication from the Andromedans. So whenever I get so much of that, because I was not going to do a video today. Today was my relaxing day, and I was going to hang out with the homies today. But I said because I got so much intel, I felt like we were on the precipice of something. Hey, Vicky, we were on the precipice of something, so I have to share this message. And like I said, I may keep it up or not. Please put a like on the video as you step into the room. Like I said, I only started to obsess with likes when I saw that they'll keep my video up if they'll take videos off. They do it to me, more than often, and I dislike when they do it. Like they'll take it off no warning. They'll just pull it. I won't find it in anything. So I just find like if enough people watch it, they don't have anonymity, so they know that you guys are watching. But they do slick things like that when they think nobody's looking. These AI are so slippery. The others dislikes because the parasites are here. Welcome, parasites. Let me thank you. Hey Elijah, tell mommy I said hi. Thank you, Elijah. I appreciate it. That 5 is representative of change. No, they subscribe to me and they're just haters and they just mad. I don't understand. Just come to my side. I'm not gonna hurt you or bite you. You like visiting me every single time. Why don't you just stay out of denial? I'm not that harmful. You said Ash said she heard the thumbs down hope the video. Then assist me. Then they're assisting me. I'm joking. I'm being feisty this morning. All right, so let's get into the telecommunication. Oh, you sent me a vampire. You sent me ragdolls. You sent me something. Listen, okay. Let me before I'm so all over the place. I apologize. You know how it is. Y'all are used to me already. Okay, so let me sidebar. If you're sending me if you're sending me any messages, it's really difficult because I'm getting a lot now. And remember, I'm flying out on Friday. So usually I'm, getting the little people ready, and, I'm getting the family ready. So it's hard for me to check all the messages. I'll try to check some of the messages. And then when I'm at the airport, because I have a little bit of downtime, I'll promise I'll check the messages. Okay. So I'll try to, I may check them. It may take me a minute to respond. So just forgive me if it seems like I take forever. It's just, I'm one person. I'm a mommy. I'm in love. So it's a lot going on. What if you can find anything else on, if you can't, Tatiana, thank you, my love. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you can't find anything, everything on the list, you don't have to. Whatever you can, because I just give you a lot. Montreal in the house. Hey, my beautiful. Thank you, my loves. I'll be in your neck of the woods, Montreal. So I'll be back close to Montreal again. So, I don't know if I could do a meet and greet this time, but I'll be around that area. But if you can't get all of the ingredients, you don't have to. Get the ones that you can, and that means that's what's in line with you. I give you a lot, right? You don't have to get everything. I always like to give a good amount. So the things that resonate with you, a lot of these things you have in your cabinet already. So only use what you have, okay? Don't worry about everything else. The one ingredients, which is the main one, that's the one you have to get, okay? So I don't want to get too detailed. That's on, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's get into conversation energetically. Hey, Marcus. Peace, Earthlings. I hope you are ready. It is on and popping, family. Energetically, listen, we're going to, I got to start. Okay. So, I get messages from myself. It's crazy. Hey, Terry. Hey, Pavel. I get messages from myself. And sometimes I know when I purposefully put messages, like sometimes I'll put things in my calendar, but then remember I told you there is another timeline Flurboon that emails me. So the other me emails me. I kind of shared that in another video, that since the collapsing of the timeline, because she's a higher version, I can't send anything to her, but she apparently can send things to me. So she sends me things via my email. She did that one big time. And then she puts things in I'm serious. Okay, let me put a disclosure. I am sane. I am drug and alcohol free. I'm a mother. I have my clarity. Just putting that out there. Okay. I'm semi-human on some days. All right. So I say that all to say what I share with you, because some of you know this already. So the other me, and some of you got messages from your others. So it wasn't just me. Watch the movie The Others again. It's literally, they're telling you what could happen. So the other me gave me messages before. Remember I told you she gave me messages? But what she does is she goes in my calendar and she puts things there. Pinnacle reference points, okay? And then when the Andromedans, oddly enough, they communicated with me last night. They don't do that all the time. It's not that serious. So when the Andromedans contact me, I know something has to be relayed. They do that only the way we have private interface. But when they do something that requires for me to share a message and then everything is solidified, then I know I have to share it with you, okay? The only reason I pull back, because I think like not everybody's in the frequency of the intel, okay? So, okay, so there is energetically something going on. Now, the other Flurboon has sent me a message. Now, I will give you, before we start the conversation, yes, Ash Girl's already in. She's already getting the numbers in. Go ahead, Ash Girl. She's already putting the codes in. So, I'm going to give you the first message, and I spoke to Yolo. Big up to Yolo. I was talking to Yolo yesterday, and then a Borazine was giving some, thank you for the video, Borazine. Let me go to my calendar really quick. I'll start off with this to kind of seg you into this situation. So yesterday, listen to this. So Monday, I get an event. Now, I got intel like 8 months ago. Oh, thank you, Cynthia Williams. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. That 3 is powerful. The 3 is the Trinity. And that goes to somebody, you need to realize that I'm the Trinity, okay? That message is for somebody. Stop fighting it. Anyway, I got a message on Monday. So in my calendar, I don't know if you can see it in my calendar. Can you guys see it? Okay. So I have a message in my calendar, and it's 11:11. Whoop. Let's bring that frequency in. And in my calendar, it said event, and it said Groundhog Day. So I was like, what the heck is that? So not only does it say Groundhog Day today, the 16th, it says Groundhog Day on the 17th. It says Groundhog Day on the 18th. And it does not have that. So the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th, there is something in my calendar saying Groundhog Day, an event called Groundhog Day. So what I started to notice is like, what could possibly mean? But what I noticed is that during the first Monday, today's Wednesday, I started to feel almost like a loop, a cylindrical loop, almost like my day was going around and around in the same pinnacle point, or or a point of reference that I remember, almost like you get a what is it called? Deja vu. I was getting that during those days. So I didn't understand why initially. But then I realized, oh snap, we're in a pinnacle point where the decisions we make are going to propel us into a specific linear line during this time, this energetic time, moving forward towards a pole shift. Now, you already know I talk about the pole shift, I acknowledge it. That's just what it is. That's just my point of reference and belief, and my, not even belief, my knowing, okay? So that's just something I know is occurring, and preamps of it is occurring now. So something happened cylindrically where there is a loop that happened on these specific days. Let me give it to you again. It was started the 16th, which I didn't notice until the next day. Then I noticed the next day was the same kind of circle I was going around again, almost like energetically. Almost like the same people would contact me at the same time. The same things would happen at the same time in reference to that day. And today's Wednesday. I can't reference that yet because I have to let the day elapse. So as the day goes on, I can kind of reference that. Okay, so in my calendar, it says the Groundhog Day. Okay, so the 16th to the 18th. That was a pinnacle day. I placed that. I remember putting that. I don't know why. I don't know where I got the intel. Sometimes I get so much intel, family. I will just put dates in my phone. I will do that a lot of times. I will put the event and I will put a code. I won't put fully what it means because I know that I don't want to feed or give myself an idea of what it is. So I want to reference it based almost like a researcher. I don't want to imprint what was told to me. I want to see it unfold. And it already did. So what's happening in these 3 days? These 3 days is that there is some sort of cylindrical pattern of energy that's looping, that's making us make very pinnacle decisions. Now, why is this important? I'm going to go, I sound like young Pharaoh. But you know what? I had a dream. I shouldn't talk. This is a problem with being inside. I had a dream about young Pharaoh last night. It was very interesting. Big up to young Pharaoh. I just had a dream about him. It was different. I didn't expect it, and I don't know where it came from. Very interesting. Anyway, so those are the 3 days. I'm going to go into the energy and what's going on, but I'm going to tell you that. So Groundhog Day, I had from the 16th to the 18th. So I noticed a looping, almost like deja vu happening, but it was going on, the same type of things going on through those days. And then on the 19th, the 20th, the 19th and the 20th, I have, Dell is my nickname. Many of you know me as Dell. Dell, if you know me, my nickname is Dell. I have a very French first name, so no one calls me by my first name except people who are upset with me or my family. When people are a little disturbed with me, they'll call me by my primary name. Like they'll call me my real name to just piss me off. But Dell is my nickname. So it says Dell important day on the 19th. Now this is not mine. This is the other Flurbrune who put this particular code in my phone. So I'm assuming it's her, and she put the 19th and the 20th as important days, okay? And we know that Jupiter is returning the 17th, which it already did. And we also know that we're going into the Galactic Center, which comes with us hitting that winter solstice. And also we have a solar eclipse coming, okay? And we know that there's waves of energy hitting the earth now, causing disruptions with the electronics. So there's more to this, okay? So when I saw that, I was like, okay, something's happening. Now, this I will say, and this is why I wanted to make the video. Number one thing that I noticed is that there are a lot of people leaving wherever they are right now. I noticed a lot of people doing a little bit of an exodus. Now, where I am, which is I found very intriguing and very interesting, I told you my neighbors' children, you know, we have a posse, we got a crew in my neighborhood. All the children, the neighborhood children who play with mine are gone. They left this week. They moved this week. Also, there is a lot of weird offers that are being made on, maybe that's too much information. I don't want to bring that out because that's a little bit too much information. I'm going to retract that. Sometimes I want to tell you everything and it's not appropriate. You know, it's just not. And then there are people that are leaving this particular region in Florida and leaving for some reason. So I am the last to leave on the 20th. But everyone else that I know, and I'm just saying these people are what I consider to be people in the know. Let's just say that. These are people in the know. They've quietly been leaving the region where I exist in Florida. And all of them, let me repeat this, all of them have left Florida before this week. I am the last to be leaving, okay, on the 20th. Okay, so why does this matter? Right now, as I've told you before, and I know that many people, I liken this year to be 2012. I said that we were going through a test run over the last 7 years, preparing us for this pinnacle time. The Gregorian calendar is an artificial calendar meant to confuse and also set spells and rituals on those that they're trying to keep and herd into a specific direction, a specific frequency, and a specific timeline. They're trying to lock down certain people. Okay, so the Gregorian calendar was specifically created. It was not by chance. It was not like a bunch of idiots who created a calendar for fun of it, just for the kicks and giggles. They didn't do that. These are master masons who created specific time loops and time stamps to be able to perceive their rituals or when they're attempting to do things and know and kind of remind their own and set the tone for the sleepers, the ones who are sleeping. On the actual calendar, the Hebrew calendar and the Ethiopian calendar, this particular year, it just started, is 2012. This is 2012. I accept that. Okay, so just mind you, my mindset will be a little different. This may not be what you perceive as your reality. It is what I perceive to be my reality. It is 2012. Now, what is the number one thing that you remember that was denoted and spoken about as 2012? What was the date we were waiting for? What was the biggest date that they talked about? Thank you. That was the biggest date they were talking about. They made references to it. All of us were looking at movies. Remember the movie that they always referenced me as the crazy guy in the Winnebago talking stuff from the radio, talking about it was the end of the world. Remember the crazy guy that many of you referenced me to? That was a movie that was denoted to play right before, you know, the supposed cataclysms. Now, what if I told you that pre-pole shift, we're supposed to go through several different geographical shifts right before the pole shift. The pole shift doesn't just happen like one day. It isn't like that. It is a natural phenomenon that Mother Earth does during the end and beginning of cycles. That's just what she does. That is a natural phenomenon. That is not orchestrated by the outer ones. That is a true phenomenon. Knowing it's a true phenomenon, it would have a natural way that it would occur to allow for preparation, you know, biologically, because your body prepares for it. Your body registers it. Now, mind you, we have a lot of issues because they manufacture GMO, genetically modified food to turn off your natural biological cues. We all have natural biological cues, like we're animals. Like we have these natural intrinsic knowings. So you'll know when the antelope migrate to south or north, it's because they have these inner knowings of how to migrate. But let me tell you, family, it's happening now. There is a migration of people, and it's not all of us who are awake. There are people leaving their region right now, going from one pinnacle place to another. And I've never seen it in this kind of uniformed way. Because you know I'm a researcher. So I always like to look at people from the awake disposition or or from the outer perimeters. You know, we could say all day, oh, we're awake, we're aware, da da da. We have our own level of awareness. But what about the ones who are awake, but subconsciously reacting to their awakeness and awareness? There are people right now, family, that have left specific locations, oddly enough, at the same time others are doing it who are awake. What does that say? That people are naturally, instinctively being driven to relocate to pinnacle points. Hey, Sensei, to move to pinnacle points because they're feeling something energetically, biologically. Their clock is doing something inside of them, is telling them to shift. Now, not everybody's doing this, and there's a reason for that as well, because you may not have to do that. Okay, so that date, I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to even put the AI onto stuff. You know my codes. You know that you put the date in there. That's the date that is very pinnacle. You already know Willy Wonka, how I reference that. You know what that means, okay? So for some reason, there is a big exodus from specific locations, especially in my particular area. I'm considered the land of Disney, okay? I'm in Orlando. There's been an exodus of people I know. Pinnacle people I know. I'm not talking about just anyone, but the neighborhood children have dispersed as well. And I noticed that the children that left are all from foreign families. Okay? I will say this, and I think we talked about this on Instagram. I didn't want to make a big deal about it. We kind of noted it. There is going to be an energetic shift. We are all feeling it. There's a tie to this too, family, because I'll go into the Groundhog Day. Shalom, Miss Holy. We're going into the Groundhog Day, what that means, and also why in my calendar, the other Fleur put a message that's important days from tomorrow on to the next day. There is something energetically coming in that people are feeling inside of them. And I don't know necessarily that it means that something cataclysmic is going to happen, but I know for a fact it's energetically going to affect us. I know for a fact, because I've never seen to this degree people who are unawake and unaware, seemingly, are being affected to the same degree that those who are aware. That rarely happens. That means that their intrinsic cues are being set, being set off. Alarms are being set up inside of them, or things that an inner knowing is happening, and they're relocating just for the moment. It's not for a long period of time. People are just moving for normally if someone doesn't go somewhere for the holidays, all of a sudden they want to go somewhere for the holidays. I want you to note that. If you are feeling that right now, please, if you are feeling that right now and you're ignoring it, let me be your sound horn that you need to follow your first mind. Let me just say this. You need to follow your first mind. If that is something that you're feeling and you're ignoring because you think you can't, let me let you know the universe wants you to be successful. The universe will always align you. That inner cue is telling you something, and I promise you, listen, I promise you that if it is for you, it will happen easily and effortlessly. That is why we're doing the abundance manifestation, because I feel like I was driven to set that out for my family, so that the ones who are meant to do something or be somewhere or have some sort of abundance is not always fiat. Remember that. Abundance could be like your cousin says, hey, I'm driving to North Carolina. I need somebody to help me with gas. You want to go with me? I just decided last minute. That's abundance. That's somebody coming in and setting a way for you to be somewhere else. That's a form of abundance. Hey, I don't have enough room in my stuff. If you need some extra firewood, me and my wife cut too much and we don't have anywhere to store it. I don't want it to stay outside to get wet. Do you need some extra firewood? Because we have extra. That's abundance. Recognize what abundance is and make sure you aren't judging it to the point where you are rebuking it or you're capping yourself. Abundance doesn't come always, most times it does not come as fiat. Fiat is a piece of dead trees that has been set out there, and we've accepted that as a form of currency. But a lot of times abundance will come in other arenas as freedom, as people, places, and things. That's abundance. Okay, so make sure you are not capping your consciousness, only accepting things based on that more dense form of abundance. Okay? Hey, Morpheus. Please check out Morpheus's channel. He's started to make a YouTube channel. It's wonderful. He talks about the awakening in the streams. I love his videos. So, if you want to check out Morpheus, he's in that wave. Okay. Let me stay on point. Something is also happening, family. Because we're going through this wave, energetically, all karmic debts are being paid right now. Listen to me, family. This is one of the biggest part of the messages that I got from the Andromedans. All debts will be paid. That's what the Groundhog Day was about. All debts will be paid. Now, what does that mean to you? If you are the diabolical one, meaning that you hurt people, you're a hurtful person, you don't care about other people's feelings, you rob from people, you steal from people without them knowing, you're always taking advantage of people, you're someone who is horrific to children or animals, or you're just really dense and materialistic and you aren't having any connection to anything, or you're a cheater, you're somebody who likes to sleep with other people, you like to hurt the person that loves you, you don't care that someone loves you and you want to step out and sleep with multiple people, or you want to kick it to others. I mean, multitude of things. If you're that person, whoever you're partnered with won't be with you. Listen to this. I'm 1000%. If you are with someone who is egregious, or you're the person who's egregious, your partnership will fall apart right now. They will leave. They won't talk to you. They will leave you. They won't be with you. Okay? Or vice versa. All partnerships that the person who is requiring karma will not be able to be with someone who has the least amount of karma, because we can't dirty each other. So the muddiness isn't going to exist right now, because your bill may be different than my bill. My karmic debt may be lesser than yours or greater than yours. If we combine the bills, we're not supposed to combine the bills. We're going Dutch. Listen, we're going Dutch right now. Okay, we're going out to a restaurant and you're going to pay your bill and I'm going to pay my bill. And then we're going to go our separate ways. We're paying Dutch. Right now, if someone is separating from you, it is for your highest and greatest good. And if you know yourself, if you know that you are a good person, you give to humanity, your karma is pretty clean, you live pretty righteously, and the other person is leaving you and you don't really know much about them, that is because every debt has to be paid separately. We're going Dutch. So let the person go. I'm noticing many different couples. There is a group. I don't want to talk about it because they're hostile to women. They are He-Man woman haters. It's a huge group. They're a religious group. They hate women. Almost 15 to 20 women. I've never seen this. This is why I had to make this video. 13 to 15 women. I think it's 15. It's either 13 or 15. I think I may have mixed the numbers up. 13 to 15 women out of this group. The men are leaving, the egregious bastards. Listen, these nasty He-Man woman haters, they're leaving the women. Some of the women decided to leave, but they're not doing it. The men are leaving. They are leaving them. And I talked to some of these women and I know why. Because the men are feeling something, like they feel like, because they're insidious, they're not righteous. Okay, you don't, to leave a woman, especially when you have children with her for no reason, to do things like that, or to have hateful, spiteful commentary on a woman and how she's perceived as lower to you. It's an egregious group. I don't want to even give them any credence on this page, because they're beautiful women have contacted me. Some are very sad, and we had a whole collective conversation. This is a positive thing. These bastards are going to pay. They can't be connected to you. That's why they left. Karma does not come like you. It's not going to always be you. Remember my television blew up? I didn't want my television to blow up. I was having unhealthy obsession with looking at reptilian eyes on my television, and then it blew up. Now, was it a bad thing? Absolutely not. It was a gift. It was a gift. It released me from a bind that wasn't righteous and wasn't good for me. It's the same with these men who are leaving these women. It is for their highest. And these women are sweet. When I say sweet, because you know a lot of these religious cults, are based on the suppression of women. They view women that as lesser. They always demonize women, saying women are evil and negative. Anybody who has that mindset isn't going to be connected to a divine partnership. They won't. These women are beautiful, almost like the what do you call the women? Not the Amish women, like the Amish women. Very sweet and meek. They're kind, beautiful mothers, very, very abiding. These are very loving women. So I know for a fact when the energy started coming in and then we started to get the collective intel that karma was going to be instituted, but you weren't allowed to be around people who had their karmic debt, especially if their karmic debt superseded yours or yours superseded them. So if someone's paying a karmic debt, you won't be allowed to be with them. So if you are having a situation where someone isn't with you or you're having a breakup last minute before the holidays, you know, I don't want to get into the holidays because if you're celebrating, you already know the perspective. Young Pharaoh actually did a really good video on this. You know, I know some of you have issues with him, but he did a really good breakdown of the Satanist connection to the Luciferian sect. I mean, most of us know this already. You should check out his video on his channel. I'm not giving him hype. You guys get upset when he's a young man. I give him hype, but that was a phenomenal video. He did his work. He did a really good job at just breaking down the real origin of Christmas and Santa Claus being pedophilia based. You all should know this already. The Christmas tree is a representation of the penis, the phallus, you know, the balls on the tree of the balls. You know, y'all, you should know this already. Okay, so I don't want to go deep. He does a phenomenal job. I won't do an amazing job of doing that. He did a good job at that. If you want to check it out, you should do that. Okay. Yeah, I think he did an amazing job as a young man. I always look at young men doing things like that as, you know, y'all could talk about him all day, but for him to do that kind of scholarship work is phenomenal, and I really respect it. So check out his video if you want to get a chance. Okay, so we have Santa Claus. Y'all are going in. You already know. Any old man who wants children sitting on his lap, who's bringing presents. It's just like the witch with the candy. You know what I'm saying? Remember the candy house, the witch that had the candy? She was giving candy to the children so that she could fatten them up so she could eat them for you know what I mean? We have to know these things. So if you want to celebrate the holidays, then know what it is, and then do your own little spin. Okay, just, you know. Yeah, Santa it's all the semantics when you say certain words. It's all etymology. If you know etymology, you know that they kind of invert words sometimes and you get the letters. But he does a better job. I don't want to go into that because I can't do what he did. He did a phenomenal job. Just Hansel and Gretel. That's exactly right. He did an amazing job. I always say if you want to kind of give your family member a little preamp, he did that. Okay. So y'all are going in. Wait, let's stay on topic. Okay, so right now, if you are partnered with anyone and there's a break, it probably may be temporary or maybe long term. Most likely temporary because everyone has to pay their karmic debt. So if you've done dirt and you've done harm to people, multitude of people, you will be separated from somebody you love. And you may choose to leave, or you may choose, or they may choose to leave based on the fact that energetically, it's almost like we know the bill's paid, so you got to pay your bill. Okay, karma is coming. This 3 days, apparently this Groundhog Day loop was setting us up to get prepared. You had like 3 days, and I think we're on the last day. Hold on, maybe you have today because Wednesday I think is the last day. Make right. If you got to call Granny, I already did it yesterday. Listen, when I realized I was in a karmic loop to resolve my bill, I was like, oh snap, I gotta go pay my bill. Okay, so what did I need to do? I did it yesterday because I noticed that it was happening, so I didn't know what it was. And when I noticed what it was, I started to resolve it. So anything, pay your debts. All debts are due. These 3 days are paying debts. Some people are fasting right now. Some people are eating. Make sure it's a karmic loop, so you have to pay. So whatever you did, if you curse somebody out for no reason, apologize. I even made peace with my Nazi. And I didn't know why. Like, I felt like I needed to. I made peace with the Nazi. It's crazy. You know we're in those times. So I made peace with him. I talked to family members that I felt a certain way about. I extended myself. I'm resolving any extra loose ends. If I hurt anyone, I kind of put it out there. It was really, really, I wasn't doing it just for that. I was doing it because it needed to be done. I already felt it. You almost like, you feel like I'll do that tomorrow. I'll kindly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Remember that? Wimpy Burgers? I'll kindly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I'm paying my debts because I saw the loop and I was like, oh snap. It's time to resolve everything. So I knew I had to do it. So I just took my karmic currency. I had some currency and I paid my debt. I said, okay, hey, happy birthday. Okay, karmic debt. Hey, how you doing? I wanted to say, hey, this is the situation, karmic debt. Then with my ex, I was like, yo, we got to get it, we got to get it together. Let's make peace, karmic debt. I'm paying my debt. And I noticed there was a loop giving me a chance. The universe wants you to win. It wants you to win. Let me state this every time. I'm probably the only person who no, the light workers, even the pseudo light workers will tell you this. The universe wants you. Your higher self wants you to prevail. But we are the ones who get in our way every single time. If you're having problems, it's because you're putting the problems in your lap. You're creating it, and by not energetically dealing with things. People who run away from things, they don't want to deal with it. So those are the ones who are going to pay the debt because they don't want to confront it face on. You have to confront the boogeyman. It's unnecessary for you to run. You're stronger and bigger than anything outside yourself. I'm not going to do the whole, because I sound like an evangelist, okay? Pay your debt, okay? So for the last couple days, and today you can pay your debt because the Groundhog Day apparently was 3 days. Let's get it on and popping. And you know what's interesting? Big up to Dolo, the pilot. Listen, cheers to Dolo. Remember the pilot? I told you remember when we did the timeline jump and then Dolo pilot showed up in my timeline? Remember, I didn't know him before. Dolo, the flight god. He's amazing. He's got a potty mouth up the gazoo, but he is so on point. Oh my gosh, he talked about this. This is how you know, whenever you get solidification, the flight boss, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's divinely connected. And he does it so effortlessly, you know that he's being connected to the Galactic, whoever he calls him Miguel, what does he say? He's connected, he is. I can tell you for sure. He's amazing. He talked about this. And then there was another energetic, what's her name? I love her. Oh, wait, let me give you her name. I love her channel. She's the only one astrologically other than Dolo. Okay, let me give you her channel name. Remember she was talking about things? Nobody gives her credit. I think everybody needs to be subscribed to her. Hold on. I have her information here. Hold on. I go to her. She's 1000%. I've never seen somebody so on point. Hold on. Let me give the, hold on. I'm on all these channels. I never know where I am. Hold on, family. Where did I send it? Here it goes. Okay, hold on. Why is this off?
And I am. And welcome to another.
Okay, where can I get her?
Trouble hearing? Don't skip this video. If you're suffering from
her name is Psychic Sounds. I don't know what her real name is. She's amazing. Her channel is Psychic Sounds. Can I write it in here? Hold on. Can I write it in? Hold on. All right. Yes, Psychic Sounds by B. Thank you. Ethereal's got it in there. Okay. Ethereal put it in there. Utopia. Go. Ethereal put her thing. Psychic Sounds. Let me tell you, she's beyond on point. I don't know why she was hidden. Maybe I wasn't leveled up enough to match her. She is on 1000% energetically. Okay. Go check out her channel. I mean, she basically is predicting. She does so much work. This is when you have to give respect to the scholars in these fields. She's done so much work as far as the research that she's sound intellectually and she's sound, integrity wise. She's on point. So make sure you check her out because she went into this as well. Dolo, the pilot, see, that's how you know it's legitimate because we have two very different characters. We have Dolo, the pilot, the flight god, and then we have Psychic Sounds. Totally different people. They both came to the same consensus that right now, you better get it on. You better pay your karmic debt. Remember I told you karma's going to be paid because Jupiter's showing up? Jupiter's in my house. Jupiter's my planet. It showed up. It expands everything. Karmic debt is due. Even though I didn't know this, I intrinsically knew to resolve certain things when I was getting resistance. I knew to resolve things. Whenever I was getting resistance, and I talk about with the ex, I was getting resistance. I was like, what is it I'm not doing? What is it that I'm not seeing? What is it that I'm unable to see? And as soon as I resolved it, everything came easy. And anything that wasn't, when I resolved that, things that weren't for me outside of that kind of fell away. For the last couple weeks, things are falling away. It's interesting. Okay, so subscribe. I really love her. I do. I think, and it's crazy because she's not very, I like very expressive people. I love, I'm real big on, if you're I like very family, or she isn't that way. She's kind of like, she's about the information. You know what I mean? I love her. I just really feel her. I really do. So check her out. Yeah, her week, she's on point though. I haven't seen anyone on point. She's like the best. So she's like my number one go-to. And Dolo, I basically, Dolo has me laughing for days. He's wild. He showed up in my timeline when we jumped, and he's been there ever since. So check him out. Okay, so let me get into it. So right now, you guys just subbed. I love her. I really do. So we had these two different people astrologically show up. Now I'm going to go into the messages that the Andromedans gave me, and also the conversations of what I'm seeing show up, and also the mass exodus of males that are diabolical from females. So I noticed that males that are unhealthy won't be able to be connected to healthy women because they have to pay their karmic debt. Now, maybe after they pay their karmic debt, there'll be a humbling, and then they'll be able to solidify themselves, come together. But I noticed that right now, people are, the cream is being separated from the froth, okay? So the cream is rising to the top and everything is falling to the bottom because now you're paying Dutch and you got to pay your bill. So pay your bill, everyone. You have today. I didn't know it was real until I looked at my calendar. I was like, oh, snap, the bill is due. You ever get your electric bill? You're like, oh, snap, how did I forget that? And it's got the one like, you better pay your bill or we're going to have to intercede. I'm like, oh, snap, I forgot to pay my electric bill. Pay your bill. If you have issues or unresolved issues, if you're mean to someone or you've not been nice or you've disconnected for people unrightfully, you have to pay your bill. Because if you, now mind you, if someone said, Star Rose says she hates bills. If you aren't going to pay that bill, there is going to be a swift karmic energetic consequence in those next few days. And we're going to get into that energetically because by the time the 20th comes in, it looks like it starts the 19th. At the time that the 19th comes in into all the way to the 28th, when we go into the solar eclipse, I think the solar eclipse is the 28th. That's it. That's it. So you have an opportunity, and I guess that's why they wanted me to make this video. You have an opportunity to resolve it. Talk to your grandmother. If you feel like something was wrong, talk to your grandmother. Call her and say, Granny, I don't know. I want to tell everyone the truth. Speak your truth. Go and resolve things that are unresolved, because I did it. I had a couple of untied ends. I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it when it's time. I wasn't. And then I saw that things were starting to want to resolve. Like things were staying in my head. That's also how you know you're supposed to resolve it, where it won't leave you. Like it's always in your head. It's like, oh snap, oh snap. Let me resolve it then. You know what I mean? Let me deal with it. Okay. So if something is coming in your head, and it's perpetual and it won't stop, resolve it. And when I say resolve it, make the phone call, pay the bill, pay somebody the money back that you owe them, especially if you have extra, apologize for mistreating someone that you know you were wrongdoing. Listen, be an ear to your friend that maybe you've been neglecting because you feel like you're living too high on the horse. Do those things right now. Those are payments that need to be paid and resolved. Today's the last day for payment. I sound like a bill collector. I'm the energetic bill. I'm the energetic bill collector. I'm the one. I'm that automated. Hold on. I'm that automated. Wait. Let me. I'm the automated system. Hold on. Let me make the phone call to you. Hold on. I'm gonna make an energetic phone call. Hello. This is Flurburn. Today, sir, your bill is due. We want to make sure you resolve it as quickly as possible so that you can enjoy your holidays. So make sure that you insert all of the necessary frequency or residual currency so that your bills are paid immediately and you may enjoy yourself. Have a masterful, amazing, and blissful holiday season. Peace out. If you get that phone call from me in the etheric realm, pay your bill. You got until midnight. I'm sorry. I am in such a good mood. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo. Woo, woo. Okay, so right now, and also go with your inner knowing too. Go with your inner knowing. Just know that, because a lot of times too, like you have an inner knowing of things, and you need to acknowledge that, because I'm in a really great mood, and it's been like that over the past like 3 to 4 days. And I was like, what has happened? But everything that is for me is coming together, and anything that isn't for me is falling away. So I realized that because it's happening, I'm going to allow things to show up as they are. I won't question. I won't question anything that's falling away, and I will make sure to accept things that are beautifully and effortlessly coming towards me. And this is why, hey, melanated high priestess, and that's why I'm doing the abundance manifestation ritual we're going to do. So we're going to do that on the day I said, get your handy dandy ingredients, and we'll have fun. This is a wonderful day. I love abundance because we all deserve it. The universe wants us abundant anyway. So it isn't anything I'm hurting or harming. We're doing something masterfully together, and I think you all deserve it. This is a beautiful time, and energetically, if you're going to be engaged in it, I think you're just in alignment with it. That's how I feel. Okay? So handle your bills, please. Pay Dutch. Don't ask somebody else to pay your bill, please. Okay? Be mindful. Let's be mindful. Don't go to somebody else and ask them to pay your bill. Pay your own bills, please. Okay? The debt's due. Okay? So after we pay our bills, there's some sort of event, galactic event, extra celestial event that's occurring. I'm being honest. It's big. It's causing people to move different geographical locations. In Florida here, they're doing some sort of prepping. I don't know why they're so pressed for prepping. They're cutting and trimming trees around the power lines. I don't know if they're expecting something, but just if I had to look as an outer person, I'm looking at all of these people preparing. And I told you, the people that I know have already left my local area. If you're stepping in a room with 479 people, please put a handy dandy like on a video, just saying that you like it and you want this to stay up, because I may not leave the video up, and the more likes you give me is the more I think that this is relative information that you'll enjoy. So something's happening, and they're preparing in my local area. My people have left. I'm the last to leave on the 20th. They've all left. All my people have left. The other people that are just people that are not directly connected to me, they're staying. And I know why they're staying. This is what's interesting. I can actually look at things and I see why there's one particular person, and you know what's crazy about this? I knew, energetically, you'll always get solidifications. But yesterday I got a knock on my door. Now I won't go into what. I got a knock on my door that was very odd. Someone from the past knocked and came to my house. And I was like, where is this coming from? And was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, somebody knocked on my door that I have not seen in a while. Physically, I usually talk to them every once in a while. And I said to myself in my mind, because, I don't like to say everything, because, we're in a different consciousness, and I can't always, say it because they may not know what I'm talking about. I was like, interesting. I was like, what made you come to see me? And they said, well, I just felt like it was time. It's interesting. And I was like, okay. So normally I don't, there isn't ever a time I get unexpected company, because I have so many energetic shields around me. There isn't anybody who can come into my force field. My force field is powerful. There isn't anybody who can come, but this person, is a part of the, the collective in my family dynamic. So them coming by would make sense that they could make it past the shield. So I know it was fine. And we talked, and what I realized is the person was saying to me, oh my God, listen to what they said. You know what's weird? I'm feeling like something's going to happen. Listen to me. Listen to me. It feels like something's going to happen. Why would they feel? They're not in the awareness that we're in. They aren't feeling. That's what I'm saying. This is the first time I'm seeing so overtly people who are not in our awareness are literally feeling it inside. They're feeling like something's happening. So I was like, what, did you come here to say goodbye? Well, maybe. It's like, where'd that come from? So we had a conversation. I'm just saying, I just put that out there because I felt like that was synchronistic to something occurring right now that others are feeling. Others are actually feeling it. So, okay, so let's go a little further in. So now we paid our debt. Dutch, pay your bill, I'll pay my bill. And then if our bills are cleared, maybe we'll come back to immunity consciousness. You know what I mean? So we paid our bills, and now this pinnacle point, this energetic pre-pole shift dress rehearsal is about to occur. Now, what do I mean by that? For several weeks, I've been feeling a certain way, and I personally feel like whatever, because all these planets are coming together, and they're culminating this energy, this pulsating energy. We're all feeling it. I've had many of my own people, friends, people in other regions that are leaving from one city, and for some reason, they're being pressed to go into another city. If you are having that, you need to follow your first mind, like Dr. Delbert Blair used to tell us. Follow that cue. You will have what's necessary to do so if it's for you. People are being pressed to leave. I personally think something energetically is about to pop off. I didn't want to make the video. It isn't about fear because it's unnecessary. We're all in alignment. So listen to me. Let me make you rational. Hold on. We are all in alignment. So just the fact that you're on here lets me already know that you're in that frequency of awareness. You're already feeling it. You wouldn't be here with me if you didn't have that feeling. Okay, so you're already here. So take the fear out, because Florboon is about celebration. Remember, my representation frequency, my avatar will always emit to you loving frequency, protective frequency. I'm a shield. Remember, we do shields. So we about that life. We just did our shield. Remember that a couple days ago. We just did our shield. We're about this life. If you engaged in the shield, you already know you're protected. You already know those who get down with the shield with us, they already know they're in alignment. They have the shield on them. Hey, Borazine, I was just talking to you. You should call in the show. Borazine, call in. Call me. So I want to talk to you because I'm talking about this. So you're already protected. But those who are here, you're already in alignment. And if you put a like on it, you'll be in more alignment. I'm like a hustler for likes. I like that though. I like saying it because before I didn't care. Maybe I care more. Okay. So put a handy dandy like if you're in the building, if you feel like you want to be energetically in protection. I'm joking. I don't know. So anyway, so we are just the fact that you're here means you're safe. So don't worry about what others are talking about. We're talking about and we're being about it. So that energetic pulsating wave that we're emitting right now by fielding it together, if you're cohesive. Now, those who are non-cohesive with me and are negative and are watching this video to get intel, you will have problems, and I will make sure I ricochet anything negative to you. So if you aren't in alignment and you're here putting darkness over this group, I will make sure, I promise you, that you will have issues, and I will make sure that's why you should leave. So those who aren't in alignment, I suggest you leave, because if you aren't, I'm going to put an energetic pulse into this group. And those who aren't in alignment, you're going to have issues tonight and for the next couple days during this shift. So if you don't like me, you have issues. Look, the numbers are going up. It's crazy. Wild. I'm going to put a ricochet on you and yours. You should bounce. I'm serious. I'm very serious. I dislike parasites and people sitting here who have an issue with me but want my intel. Bounce. Oh, Borazine is calling in. I got some extraterrestrial information. Let me behave myself. Hey, Borazine.
Hey, girl.
Hey, you're on. Wait, before you go any further, just let you know you're on live.
What's that?
You're on live. You're on live.
Oh, very good. I didn't even know you were going live this morning. I texted you earlier today.
Yes, I know. So I'm going in on the energetic waves because I saw the video also you sent, and it was really pinnacle. Can you go into what's going on? Because you're so eloquent. Hold on, let me turn you up so everybody can hear you louder. Okay.
It was last night was just really something. I was telling you, I was laying there getting ready to go to sleep, and my son was laying next to me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this, I want to say it was like a cube of energy came through the room. And I thought, and I'm like, I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my son sat up, and I was like, whoa, what? And he started talking. And so then I had him lay back down. And then all of a sudden it felt as if it felt like as if there was like a time lapse or a time something was missing.
Yes.
And then I looked around and mind you, before I went to sleep, I had been I was on YouTube like we always do, going through videos and everything.
Yeah.
And the video had stopped just before this cube of energy came into the room. And then when the cube was gone and everything, as it, it permeated and like made its way through the room, then everything started back up again. Just as if, like whenever they show movies of people getting abducted and the energy goes, you know what I'm saying? And everything turns off, and then when it leaves, everything's back
to normal. Again. Yes, everything's back to normal.
Right. That's exactly what had happened.
So you had experience. So you experienced some sort of like being taken, because that's really what we consider to be like that contact. That's
right.
You left.
Yeah, and it was such a, and I knew that I was like, oh man, time's missing, and because it felt I was gone. It felt like I was gone for a while, but I knew it was only a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Because I felt exhausted when it all was over with.
Wow, this is interesting. So you felt boxes, like cubes? Was it cubes?
Yeah, I know. It was like a cube of energy going. And it's funny about it is that, yesterday I'm talking to, my galactic partner.
Yes.
And she was saying, how come I see cubes around you? Why am I seeing cubes? And
she felt it. She felt it.
So she felt it just before it happened. And we know something. Okay, listen to this. Know how we were talking about them using our phones? Well,
they're all in our phones.
She received. I'm going to send it to you. She received a message on her phone that we've been trying to decipher. And 2 nights ago, and within it, they mentioned 3 stars.
Ooh,
and so that night I stepped outside the car, and the first thing I see, of course, is Orion's belt.
Really?
And the thing about it is that as soon as I saw it, of course, that text came to my mind, and I said, listen, if you take her, I'm going with her. She's not going by herself.
That's right. Let them know.
And sure enough, that next night, which was the night before last, she said, hey, we were in the ether last night. I was like, yeah. I know there was something that was going on, but I'm not quite sure what it was.
Yes. And
then that happened last night, right after that. So I'm like, okay. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I knew that something was happening. That something.
This is beautiful. There's a reason for that. I think.
And here in San Diego, they've been spraying like you have no.
I heard from Bikini Girl. Bikini Girl. We were talking last night. She said the spraying is outrageous, and she actually witnessed a portal in the sky.
Yeah, and the thing that's so odd about it, every time that it's raining, we're wondering why do they spray? Why do they need to spray when it's raining?
Thank you.
Or when it's cloudy and stuff like that. So it just made it that much more odd that that it was happening. That they've been spraying. I'm on my way to work right now, and I'm looking at the sky, and it's just so odd because I'm going to the San Diego airport. Yeah. And it looks as if there's almost like a mini tornado or like some kind of but it's so thin and so so long. It's almost like as if they're doing a chemtrail, but it's like a film. It looks odd.
You think it's a filament? It looks like a filament you're seeing?
The only way I can describe it is if like a tornado would be, like a cylinder tornado.
Yes.
But it's horizontal with the clouds. It's not like coming down to the earth.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yes. If I could, I would take a picture of it.
Yeah. Also, Yolo's saying that as well. She also says that as well. She's saying that as well.
Oh, she sees it right now?
Yeah, she's on the live. Hey, Yolo.
All right. Hey, yo.
When they spray California, who are the West Coast people in here? Okay, so Wing Goddess is from West Coast. Who else is from the West Coast? The sky is like the golden, red, and a purple apple. Who else is from the West Coast? Let me see. Callie. Okay.
And Yo was saying also that she was saying also about the pink sky this morning before the
I did see that, the pink sky. Did anyone else witness the pink sky? There's something going on. Oh, we got all our West Coast people in the house. Big up to the West Coast coming in. Y'all are West Coast? Oh, y'all are representing. Oh, snap. There's a lot of West Coasters in the house. Y'all are early birds. I'm coming on. Oh, wow.
Hey, Yolo, can you look outside right now and you see what I'm talking about? this tube in the. It's towards the north. It's like right now, so I'm driving past the San Diego airport. So I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's clear as day.
That's
You can see
crazy.
It's like a cylinder in the sky. I mean, as soon as I park, I'll take a picture of it.
Please do. And also, I got a report from Bikini Girl last night. She was saying she saw a portal around the sun, and then also a triangular craft. So there's something going on. It could be because celestial-wise, remember, we have the winter equinox, which is, we're on the precipice of that right now. And also we got a solar eclipse coming, and we have all these planets that are aligning. It's obvious that it's causing some sort of portaling effect, and it seems like they're trying to hide it by adding an extra coating of cloaking so that people won't notice. Because the pink and purple sky, that's not normal. Because remember, Purple Rain, remember the song Purple Rain? We got to think about Prince. Prince was giving us a lot of cues. Why was he talking about purple rain? Sometimes people talk about pink skies. That color pink is coming up for some reason. They demonize the color pink, but pink is coming up for a lot of people talking about pink right now. And there's a song with, I think, one of the young ladies. I think it's one of these, I don't know if it's Will's daughter, Willow. I think she made a song called Pink Sky, or somebody made a song about pink skies, or in a video or something.
Mm-hmm. So hey, it's quite interesting also about how they, with that guy, that orange-haired guy, I'm talking about in the office over there.
Oh,
about
bring him to Trump. Borsey called him.
Better known as Mr. T.
Mr.
Because
T.
he's a bully. He's trying to be a bully, But with him, with them trying to do what they're trying to do to him, it's interesting about how them trying to bring that up, that negativity and everything else. Also around the full moon, around the new moon coming, around the solar eclipse coming.
Yes.
They're mad. It's funny. My Galactic partner, she was talking about, they know what they're doing. When they bring this stuff up. Why are they gonna wait till now? When he's been diabolical for the last 3 years.
Yeah, why are they talking about it right now?
Yeah, why are they going to decide now that they want to try and get rid of him at this point in time? During the solar eclipse.
Because he's got to bounce, because he needs to get out of here.
During the winters, the solstice and everything, It's like, they have an agenda. They know what they're doing, to bring that, to manifest, that chaos.
I agree. And remember, this is one of the biggest ritual times. Halloween is one. Oh, yeah. But this is a huge ritual time. Yeah, that whole Christmas, Santa, Krampus, that whole Satanist. This is a Satanist holiday. For y'all who celebrate the holidays, I'm just letting you know, I just, the children like gifts, and I'm all good for that, all good in the hood, but I'm just saying, this is the biggest ritual, satanic and Luciferian time. If you don't know, that's why they set up all these rituals. They had a ritual killing of that with this young celebrity. I don't listen to this hoodwink music, this another dark artist. He just got, ritualized. He's another being that got ritualized. Oh, Yoni's got pictures of Borzine. Hold on. We got
very good.
We got images coming fresh. Hold on. Let's see if we can.
Very good.
Oh, wow. The sky. Ooh. There's some sort
of. Yeah, there are a lot of these. And it looks like streaks in the sky that are cylinder in shape.
Yeah, she just caught it. Look, everybody.
I'm driving. So
okay, I know you can't see it. Wait, hold on.
I'll check it later.
Okay.
If you want to send it to me, go ahead.
Yeah. There's like funneling going on in the sky.
Right.
Let's see. Hold on, I can't. Let me struggle. Look at that, like a funneling. Okay. So I think everyone, if you have pictures or anything, please, send the pictures, because we can kind of compare the different coasts. There's a big storm, a snowstorm in the East Coast right now. So we get a lot of things.
There's a huge storm coming. They're predicting all of next. I think from matter of fact, starting from the winter solstice, so starting from Saturday or something like that.
Yes.
It's supposed to rain like all next week, all throughout next week.
It's crazy, and this morning. This is how you know it's crazy. So I get up this morning. I'm taking the girls out to school, and I go outside, and it's like a whole nother country. I feel like I'm in Russia. It was freezing cold. For us, it's cold.
Right.
It was freezing and raining, and it was freezing. I was like, what the heck is this? And then my girlfriend at Starbucks, because you know I got a habit, we all know. So I go to Starbucks and the homegirl, she's a manager at Starbucks. She said, "Did you realize?" She said she came in super early and it was warm. She stepped out of the car, it was warm, and then she went outside only an hour later and it was freezing cold. Do you think this is going? I think it's for. I actually think it's the energies that's coming in right now. I think that's
well,
why.
yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
I had mentioned to her. The other couple of days ago that there's a vortex over. There's a vortex over Florida. I know that for a fact, but I don't.
Yes.
But listen, there's got to be one here in San Diego. Look at. I woke up today and it was 43 degrees outside.
Wow, and this is Cali. That's
yes,
isn't it?
San Diego, you know what I'm saying?
Is it unnaturally? Is that unnatural? It's unnatural for your region, correct?
Right. That's not cool.
Okay, so something's going on there because remember, whenever portals, we talked about that. When portals open, it gets what? Cold. Portals bring cold air.
Right.
So whenever a portal opens, you will see a temperature dip. There's portals opening right now, and we have to be mindful. If there's a portal open, remember, portals are not just for us going through, they're for things coming in. So things come in and things go out. There's a portal right now, and I personally think with all this energy that's culminating, I think something environmentally is about to kick off. And it's also why I had the need to leave Florida, and everybody I know whose pinnacle has left Florida in this region right now, and we've all left. We're leaving the state. I'm leaving tomorrow. Oh no, I leave the 20th.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yeah, I'm leaving the 20th.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. It's on and popping, Rizing. You ready? You've been ready.
Oh yeah. You know, I've got my bag packed. I'm ready. You know.
Rizing's always been ready. I'm saying so. Thank you, Rizing. I love it when you come in and you give us like the updates on energy, and what's going on environmentally. And you would take, and you were actually, something happened. You were coded, or you were up. Something happened when you were taken. I don't know if you were leveled up.
Yeah.
Something happened.
I don't know. I am aware that that lately that let me see, I want to say for the last 2 weeks. Ever since that we've been back from, I remember almost every I remembered like every dream, for every night of every dream since we've been back from the conference.
We were activated at the conference. The conference activated all of us. It really did.
It was. Yeah, that was. And then the day after, I had some serious downloads that really to the point to where it was so intense it made me nauseous.
Wow.
To I almost had vertigo, and I had to stop it.
This is deep. And also, I think Selma was having something happen with her energetically too, like it was affecting her body. So whatever's coming in around this time, from the 20th, actually from the 19th all the way to the 28th, there's going to be a huge shift. But for some reason, it's 21st. I know it to be 2012. There's something pinnacle coming around that time. There's too much going on where it's going to show up in some way. Now, where it shows up or how much more magnified it'll show up in certain regions, I can't say. But there's a reason why people are naturally, intrinsically changing. Some people are even fasting now who are not fasters. There's some people who are eating a lot. Like I haven't a need to fast. Like I actually feel like I want to eat. It's weird. My feeling is different. Normally I want to fast. This time I want to eat. So some people are getting I think Yola was talking about, she feels the need to fast. So we're getting these physical cues.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Nelson, can you put on there the link that I had sent you about that last video that I sent you with that.
Okay, let me see.
You know what I'm saying? So that so people are aware of what's coming through. You know what I'm saying, with the of the dates, because she mentioned a lot of dates.
She did. Okay, wait.
Not
the last link. The one before, you mean? Which one?
The lady from India.
Lady. Okay. The
lady from India.
Let me do this. Let me give the link.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can add it to the group. Hold on. Let me see if I can add that now.
Because she had a lot of, and it was with that.
She did. That was gems.
She gave those dates, and I was like, I was really grateful for that. And
oh, I could play her. I can actually play her while we're live. Oh, that'll be good.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna play her while we're live.
Yeah, and the thing about it too is that So yeah, a lot of people, they tell you a lot of things, but they don't give you
Specifics.
things to do afterwards, or how to protect yourself,
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
And she did that. She told you, she gave you information on how to be.
She was
what
amazing.
to do.
She was absolutely amazing. Okay, so what
Yeah,
I'll do
she was good.
is when I get off with you, I'm gonna play her video so people can say and so they can hear her.
All right, sure enough.
All right, love. Thank you again for
All right,
coming
okay.
in. Everybody, thank
yes,
you, Borazine.
it was great. Oh, let me say, I haven't heard from Dara. I haven't seen him or anything. I mean, and anyone who knows Dara, remember the young young star that hung out with us before at the last conference?
Me either.
I haven't heard. I tried to get in contact with him before this last conference. I haven't heard any word.
Me too.
He's been gone. I just want to make sure that he's all right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if anyone knows anything about Dara, in Cypher,
yes,
we got the Cypher.
Please, anyone who knows Dora was with us last time, and I remember his girlfriend was contacting me on IG, but remember, I couldn't find out what channel. She was using his channel. So, if anyone knows him or who was from the conference last time, please tell him to reach out to Borazine or myself. That'd be great.
Right.
Just because we're worried about him, and we want to make sure he's okay. All right.
Right.
So.
All right. Okay,
all right, love. All right.
I gotta get on something. Gotta get his 9 to 5 on.
Skedoodle. All right. Speak to you later.
Hey,
all right, peace.
safe travel.
Okay. Thank you. I'll talk to you then. I'll talk to you when I get there.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
Okay. Okay. So that was our handy dandy, wonderful Borazine. Borazine's the one who brought us the contract. Of disillusion. He was the one who brought us the original contract, and they almost tried to kill him. So, I mean, remember, Borazine's been rocking with this platform from the get up. He nearly lost his life. This contract was like 6 years. What was it? Borazine's not on. It was like 6 years ago. They tried to take him out to give us this. This was the one we were getting rid of, like all these interconnected, contracts we had. So he's the one who gave us that. So big up to Borazine. I'm gonna play some of the videos so you guys want to relax a little bit, get some snacks. It's a long video. I think I have time on my thing, so just relax a little bit. Let's listen. It's very important. This is one of the most important videos that you can listen to. Here we go. So I'm gonna start it off. I forgot I could play it on here.
Welcome to my channel. And my love to all of you. A solar eclipse happens when the moon moves in front of the sun as seen from a location on Earth. During a solar eclipse, it gets dimmer and dimmer outside as more and more of the sun is covered by the moon. An annular solar eclipse happens when the moon covers the sun's center, leaving the sun's visible outer edges to form a ring of fire or annulus around the moon. Solar eclipse, which is happening on the 26th of December, is annular solar eclipse. Solar eclipse happens when the moon casts a shadow on Earth. I'm not an astrologer, but I have been listening to some well-known astrologers and their forecasts. I am sharing what they are seeing in a nutshell. My intention is to make you feel aware so you can take steps in preparation for your protection. Along with me, you will also learn how much to pay attention to such forecasts in future. Jupiter from 14th to 30th of January will remain combust, meaning it will not be in a very powerful situation. A combust situation of a planet occurs when it comes into contact with Sun and somewhat loses its power temporarily. Jupiter is considered as the Lord of Justice and Dharma, righteousness. 5 or 6 planets will line up together on 26th of December, and solar eclipse is also falling on that very day. Some astrologers are predicting 60% chances of earthquakes, cyclones, tsunami, or natural calamities between 24th to 27th of December, with plus and minus a few days on either side.
Vivian put her name in there. Thank you. And Jamie put their name in there.
Luckily, due to powerful satellites, people will be alerted. On physical level, intellectual decisions of our rulers and of everyone else will be affected adversely, and there are chances of chaos, riots and unrest. Mercury will also be in a combust situation, affecting our ability to decide and discern. So it is a good idea to postpone any major decisions or participate in any emotional outbursts at that time. Moon is also in a combustible situation, meaning its effects are less. Moon represents our subconscious programming and thoughts. What it means is that people may not be thinking correct. From collective perspective, they may definitely be operating from their own agendas, but they may not be thinking for the collective good of others. Collectively, contrary to all logic, people may fall under the influences of negative directions and negative thinking. Negative forces may exploit the position of the planets for their own agendas. Sun will be eclipsed. Saturn will also be in a combusted situation until 28th of December. Saturn is the lord of karma and justice. Justice Department and political rulers may come under conflict with each other. Saturn represents downtrodden and poor people. In India, it is said only these people have the right to eat under the eclipse time. Rest should either eat less or not eat at all during the time of eclipse. It is also said one should give alms and aids to poor people. Even if you do not understand astrology, you can make sense of what may happen when Sun will be eclipsed. 6 planets gathering on one side and lords of justice and righteousness, Jupiter and Saturn lying low, all within the span of couple of days. Saturn is the lord of air element. Moon is the lord of water element. And Jupiter is the lord of space element, meaning all 3 elements, air, water and space, may experience disturbances. Sun being eclipsed, meaning there may be earthquakes. Jupiter convex can cause storms, rain, cold weather, or problems in the satellites. Rulers and justice system may seem non-existent between 14th to 30th of December. Mars, which is considered as the Lord of Wars, will not be involved, so we can rest in knowing there may not be any major wars. But Rahu will be comparatively stronger at 15 degrees. Rahu is the planet which is considered to act in disguise, meaning there may be people playing out in dubious and vicious ways. Computers or people may be infected by viruses. There may be false alarms, attacks and explosions. Planes may be hijacked. Share market may go down. So during this time, there will be less positivity compared to the negativity. We will get negative results. Negative powers will try to rule. Jupiter will come out of the combust zone on 10th of January, and on 24th of January, Saturn will go back to its home planet of Capricorn and will come out of combust zone of the Sun on 30th of
Thank
January.
you. And Golden, I'll go into after we listen.
So you can expect slowly situations start improving and settling slightly after 30th of December, then after 10th of January, and then after 30th of January. Overall, the whole period between 13th of December to 30th of January remains volatile. Geographically, from Japan to Hong Kong to Pakistan
Thank you, Terry.
are the areas likely to be most affected. It is not a safe time zone. Broadly speaking, from 14th of December to 30th of January. But there is no need to be scared or bring fear in. Many things may be happening physically on other planets as well because of the alignment and directions of these moving planets. But we are not aware of them. We are concerned with Earth only. As one of the astrologers has stated that these predictions are the result of 200 to 25 years of research. Like he has done the research of that many years, and then he has predicted that humans may experience calamities in one form or the other during this time. But there are positive things we can do. We can become aware of such times and remain prepared, which is the key. Dharma and righteousness will be restored after this time period passes. Evil forces will be punished hard eventually. We can watch our backs, remain vigilant and attentive. We eat light, simple, vegetarian, organic food, and if possible, hydrate in plenty. We focus and continue our spiritual practices. Integrate our shadow sides. Spiritual people meditate and transform negative energies into positive energies at such times. We can lie low and not start anything new at this time. A lot of restraint is needed. If positive results come, Due to the earlier momentum we put in, we rejoice and celebrate. But at the same time, remaining cautious of not starting anything new, or if the results are not positive, then we do not get disheartened. If we witness or any negative situation comes to our awareness, we ask Almighty to step in and handle that. Prayers, surrender, and faith in higher powers work wonders. Most important, we refrain from any reaction and continue to send love and light to all beings. We do not express our opinions and play in the hands of duality dramas. No matter how irritated, angry, or triggered we feel, we do not participate or do anything we regret later. We keep focusing on the energies of love, compassion, tolerance, bliss, light, and euphoria. We may certainly feel these negative energies, but we view them as accelerated collapse of things that no longer serve us. Such times provide opportunities to rebuild structures in relationships, families, communities, and nations. During such times, many awaken as the illusions of structures break down. Many seek new structures to build and sustain their lives. Staying calm and peaceful in the moments of chaos will guide us and others towards self-empowerment and to the new earth. We are presented with choices in designing new realities as co-creators. Let us focus on what we want to create for ourselves, for humanity, and for our Mother Earth. Even if it is in the seed form as your intention, let us sow some seeds. Time to act will come. Our intentions, expectations, and imaginations create magic. Thanks for listening. Love and light.
Ooh, that was powerful. Oh my gosh. I love her. Borzine shared it this morning. She's amazing. So I think some of you put her on there. Her name is her name is Anshus. Let me see if her channel.
The great enemy of writing isn't your...
Anshu Sharma 6D. Anshu Sharma. Can someone put that in there? Anshu. I think Vicky already put it in there. A couple people put her name in there. She's amazing. Such wonderful energies, and I love how she's giving remedies. You know what I mean? You can give all of the different things energetically that can happen, but at the same point, I love when someone gives some resolve, because that isn't, calamity is for those who need to wake up. That's all. Calamity is awakening. Some people are sleeping right now. They're in bed and they won't wake up. The alarm went off. They won't wake up. They put the snooze on and now they just turn the alarm off. Things need to shift people, so it has to awaken them how it deems. But if you're awake already, you kind of know, so you know how to maneuver. That's all. And I love how her energy is so masterful. So make sure you check out our channel. Big up to Borzine for checking in. So basically, I think Ann Golden was asking how karma is related to the whole 21st. The 21st, whenever you have a pinnacle point, a celestial event that happens, there's always a time to resolve things. It's always usually ending and beginning of things, ending and beginning of times, ending and beginning of cycles. They always happen at pinnacle celestial, huge celestial events. 21st is a ritual time. There's a reason why the Luciferians and the Satanists use this time to create. You have a lot of sacrificial parts of it, but also there's a lot of energy that comes through because we have portals, and the portals are all showing up. And I think astrological, celestial wise, they've always been there. We just probably are noticing those portals now, and they're cloaking the sky with tons of chemtrails back and forth, hiding it. Like I said this morning, remember, whenever a portal opens, what did I tell you? It gets freezing cold. It gets Nordic cold. That's how you know there's a huge portal open. The temperature dips. Portals are cold. So whenever you see a change in temperature and they're trying to cloak it, they're hiding a portal. Some sort of vortex probably opened. It probably always did. We probably are just noticing now because we're more awake. So during this time, you want to make sure you resolve anything. I love how she brought dietary suggestions. So during this time, there are some people being asked and called upon to fast. If you're being called upon to fast, please fast. I'm an advocate of fasting. As long as you're healthy and you feel like you can do it positively and it isn't going to hinder your body, I say that do another couple-day fast, especially around the solar eclipse. So if you don't want to do it now, the winter solstice is fine, but thank you, Melanated High Priestess. Yay, she put the link. Thank you, my love. Melanated High Priestess put in the link to her channel. So make sure if you could possibly fast around the solar eclipse, or remain. This is a time where I will advocate to be more aligned with staying away from dense meats, things that have karma to them. Okay, so meats have a lot of karma unless you have a farm yourself or you're a hunter. If you're a hunter and you're hunting for your flesh and you aren't carrying karmic debt from hurting animals based on your egregious nutritional requirements, then it's okay if you're a hunter. I feel like there's more resolve or less karma when it comes to that. But if you aren't a hunter, which most of us aren't, there shouldn't be ingesting of any dense or hurt or harmed animals at this particular time. Allow for your body to kind of be clear to allow the energies to come through and filter through a little easier. So I always like a more fruitarian diet. You're nursing, don't worry about it, baby. If you're nursing, you require a little bit more. But what you can do is on one day, just on the solar eclipse, on the solar eclipse, you can just do a vegetarian meal on that day. Do a couple vegetarian meals before and after, okay? So you can add a little something, or just kind of have little soups, have little maybe some lentils or something on that day, something light, so you still get some nutrition because you get very hungry during that time. So make sure you're doing that, okay? Hold on, family, I got a call. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Hi, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? And what are they doing? Okay, who's requiring this? Which professor? Okay, until what time? Okay, hold on, family. Yes. Okay, so you'll be there with them, the instructors? Okay, so you want me to get you then? Are you walking there? Okay, well, no. At 3 o'clock, are you walking there? No, you're walking there at 3 o'clock. Are you walking there? Do you want me to bring your phone so you have it, so you can call me when you're done? Okay, so I'll meet you there at the same time, and I'll just bring your phone. Okay? So that way I can. Okay, bye, baby. Okay, sorry. I'm a mommy 24/7. Okay, so y'all getting time frames and whatnot. All right, so we have the celestial, the actual solar eclipse happening on the 26th. Okay, so that's a time when all these planets are coming together. So I just say, what about people in toxic relationships and their partners could be a handle of reptile? What I'm noticing with anyone in relationships that are imbalanced, they aren't able to be together. Okay, so if there's a imbalance in the relationship, the relationship should naturally part. If you aren't getting that, and you know for a fact that you know for a fact that you're in a toxic relation with someone, and they won't. Someone said get out. Black was like get out. Black hippie said get out. If you're still in a toxic relationship and you aren't budging and they aren't, chances are you're sharing the same karmic debt. You know, I would say if you know this for certain that you are a person who's in that type of relationship, I just say, you know, bounce. You know, basically just, you know, deuces. You know, it's time. You know, it's like we all have the alarm clock, and then, you know, it's whenever you know it's, you know, when a time is up, you just kind of say bounce. You got to bounce. Go stay with family for a little bit. Go kind of separate from the person. Let the karmic debt pay out. Okay, just allow everything to kind of, you know, clear out, and allow the universe to assist you. Because if you're still partnered with somebody who's diabolical, who's harmful, who's malicious, who's a liar, that in itself is toxic. And you can imagine when we have a big celestial occurrence, this big event coming in, and you're in that alignment, you're going to get ricocheted by the nature of you being so close to somebody who's about to get, you know, they're going to get an energetic drive-by. And do you want to be in close proximity of that? I'm just saying, if you are not that type of person, but usually birds of a feather flock together. So if you're diabolical and he's diabolical, chances are you're diabolical together, you're sharing the same karmic debt. So, but if you feel like you're out of alignment, bounce, just bounce, go and enjoy your life, and enjoy and allow everything to kind of level itself, you know, to level itself off. So, you know, you'll see after this energetic time, you're going to see clear lines. People who are if you're meant to be with someone, there isn't anything, listen, there isn't anything that could possibly take you apart from someone who's rightfully and righteously right for you, balanced for you. There isn't anything. So if you're concerned about a relationship and how it shows up, if something's for you, it will easily, you know, stay connected. If you have a little bit of a stint of a break right now, allow it to happen, because everyone has to pay their karmic debt. You don't want their karma and they don't want yours. Clear it up so that it clears out. Okay, that's all. So, you know, enjoy, and tell your friend, you know, hopefully she'll take your advice, and just tell her it's from love. Tell her, you know, maybe you want to, you know, let her, you know, chill at your house for a little bit, or tell her to go to her mom's, or tell her to go and chill out somewhere so it can clear. Okay. So if you're in the room, please put some likes on the video if you're here, and I'm going to probably end this feed. So this was amazing, and so powerful. Like I said, we're in a beautiful energetic time, and for those who are feeling the need to do a little exodus, follow your first mind. You will have everything. We're doing the abundance thingamajiggy on the day of majiggy, on the time of majiggy. You guys know how we get down. You heard what time it is. On my IG, I close my IG. Let me just say this. I close my IG. You don't have to leave Florida. Remember, I'm in a certain type of a certain place in Florida. I'm not telling anybody to leave. If you feel the need to leave, then you leave. If you don't, stay where you are. So let me make the announcement. On my IG, I closed it, okay? Just disallowing from trolls from coming into my account, trying to parasite and trying to get down with the giddy up. So we're disallowing from people connecting to us. If you're not about that life, and you are not here for the highest and greatest good of our people here and us, then you are disallowed from connecting and getting any of the gems that come with me. If you like being a party to this, then you have to really be in an energetic field of that, okay? So, you know, a lot of people only like me as what they can feed off of me. It's a form of usury. That isn't cool. I disallow and I rebuke people who are like that. And like I said, if you're on this feed and you aren't for the betterment of humanity, then you will get an energetic ricochet. I promise you. This is my gift to humanity, is to, so if you are on here right now and you are in alignment, you're another parasite, just coming here to get gems and intel so you could take it for yourself and do it for diabolical, you will get something. You will get a handy dandy ricochet, because that isn't righteous. It isn't righteous. If you don't like this group and you're not respectful of the group, you shouldn't be here and taking in a lot of the beautiful energies that a lot of our group brings. I just like beings like that. So I close that. This video will not be available, okay? Because I already got a text. So I'm gonna pull this video off. Again, it'll be separated. So I wish everybody well. Again, tomorrow night we'll be on Dr. Don. I'll probably be touching some of this. Dr. Don will be on Aquarius Rising 9th Gate. That'll only be on Patreon because I've been neglecting Patreon. So they will be on Patreon. So, and, you know, everyone just stay righteous, you know, pay your karmic debt, you know, do those things that you know you should be doing these next 3 days. I told you I got a message for myself. The Andromedans were stating that it's very necessary for us to be in alignment and to separate from those who are out of the frequency of us, and also letting us know that something energetically is about to pop off. They're letting us know it's going to happen. Too much is occurring energetically, so something's happening. So Tiffany, just email me. I'll send you a copy. Okay, Tiffany, just email me. All right. So I love you, family. Have a masterful day. I love that you joined this live. Everyone here, I'm wishing you so much love and enlightenment and bliss. Enjoy, and you will see me tomorrow twice in the day, and we'll get, oh gosh, I'm such a big mouth. Anyway, so I love you. Enjoy the energies. Be mindful, be loving, and be embodying to everyone, including yourself. I love you. Peace. Wait, peace. Peace. I love it. Oh my God, I'm so silly.